Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Wakanda Forever. Because Wakanda ForNever is out. Well, I guess tomorrow it'll be officially out, but the embargoes and reviews are today, I guess. And what's kind of funny is that there's been so many people posting like actual clips from the movie itself, because it goes back to what I had said before with American movies. We gotta stop premiering these movies in other countries first before United States get it, or it's gonna get spoiled. I don't understand why people think that hey, you shouldn't spoil the movie. Like, we're in the United States, people get mad when people spoil the movie. But it's like, oh, okay, a movie that's made in America, made for American audience, the movie gets to be premiered somewhere else first, and other people get to see it first, but before the American people. Make that shit make logical sense. It don't make no sense. I don't know when we started this trend, but it honestly needs to stop, because it's killing people. I mean, it's killing movies, honestly. I don't think you should be able to have another country see an American made movie first before the American people. I'm sorry, I don't care how that is. I'm at this point, that's pro-American at this for me. Y'all can get mad all you want to. I don't think that Africa, Brazil, UK should be able to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever before the American people. I'm sorry, that just don't make no logical sense. An American character, his movie, well, it's not even his movie anymore, because they killed him off. His movie is being shown first. I mean, that franchise of that movie is being shown first in another country before it hits America. Okay, but anyway, I saw most of what I needed to see anyway, because like I said, people from around the world was posting clips, like actually recording the movie itself. So it's kind of funny, how they say Namor is come on, go over. Hey, what you doing? How they say oh, Namor is more powerful than Thor or Hulk, but it's just like, he can't be if he's getting fucking whooped by Shuri as a Black Panther. Oh, spoiler alert, Shuri becomes a Black Panther. Nah, shit, Sherlock. And that's another thing too. In this video, there will be some spoilers for the movie. Honestly, I don't care if you don't like it. This is me talking about the movie. So halfway through this little rant of mine, or me talking, I'm going to be spoiling the movie, because like I said, people been posting the video clips and been talking about it anyway. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you want to go see it, still go see it. If somebody tell you what happened in the movie, and if you let that ruin your moment to go and watch the movie, that's on you. Because I still go and see something. Just like God of War Ragnarok came out. Game was spoiled with a lot of things that I saw. Because again, people have been posting on social media or whatever. And I'm still gonna get the game. I'm still gonna play it when it comes out. So I'm just saying, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not one of those people that be like, oh my God. And if there's a movie that I really need to see, if there's something really important, I'm making sure I'm staying away from it if I can. But if not, oh well, it happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? It happens to the best of us. So I don't really let that, get in my way of enjoyment when it comes to watching a movie. It happens. It is what it is. We call it a day. But the reason why I want to talk about it is because some of the little leaks that they were saying about the movie earlier in last year is kind of like true. Riri Williams is a MacGuffin, like America Chavez. She built technology that can search for vibranium, and Wakanda is going to get her because the government wants her, and then Namor's people want her because of the fact that she kind of started the conflict by building a machine that could detect vibranium, and the government wants that. Now that the government knows that King T'Challa is dead, they're trying to secretly plan to mine vibranium without, Wakanda's, acknowledgement. And of course, Namor is upset that, Wakanda is showing themselves to the world, which he feels like they shouldn't because of how people were back in the day, because he's like a 500-year-old character. All that nonsense, blah, 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 blah. He's a straight up fucking villain in the movie. Let's just put it like that. And apparently, that whole saying of the MCU is true because Shuri, puts on the Black Panther suit and she's just almost unstoppable at this point. It is fucking ridiculous how unstoppable she is. It's about crazy as hell on how crazy powerful she is. And yet, remember, Namor is supposed to be more powerful than the Hulk and Thor. Let Ryan Coogler say. And yet, guess who whooped his ass? Oh yeah, that's right, Shuri. Because that's what we need. And another thing is that T'Challa does die in the beginning of the movie, but we don't get to see it. We just know that in the beginning of the movie, he dies of an unknown virus that nobody knows anything about. And Shuri and them been trying to figure out a way to cure the virus, which makes absolutely no logical sense because one of the most advanced technological countries in the world can't figure out how to stop a virus. Like, it just doesn't make the damn sense God gave. Honestly, it really doesn't. And it's just not believable because even if they couldn't, they know people. So you have Scarlet Witch, you have Doctor Strange, you have what was it? What's another character that they have as well that could work, that can possibly work? You have Incredible Hulk. Like, you have all of these intelligent. You have Shield. You have all of these intelligent people that could easily. And I understand they don't want to tell nobody, but still, you can still call in some favors with somebody. Hell, you could have at least maybe asked Winter Soldier for some contacts or whatever. But again, that's what happens when you're in a world of where characters can really bend reality or whatever. And you mean tell me, T'Challa comes back after 5 years, and then he dies of an unknown virus that nobody knew nothing about, and couldn't figure out what it was to stop him. But T'Challa knew that he was sick or whatever, so him and Nakia had a child together. Like, really, that's what we're doing right now. Like, that's the thing we're doing right now. Like, come on now. Like, that's just dumb at this point. And they have, that's another spoiler alert. They have a son. His name is T'Challa, and he was raised secretly from the world in Haiti. Like, bitch, that's the place you go after, like, one of the most advanced technological countries. You're literally pregnant with the heir of the Wakandian throne, and you take them to one of the poorest countries in the world. Like, what crack the fuck is you smoking? It just don't make no darn logical sense. But okay, whatever. Sure. But another thing that I want to talk about, because that's really the most important stuff in the movie, is he dies from a virus. The government's been trying to secretly get vibranium under the nose of Wakandians. Namor wants to doesn't like the fact that Wakanda revealed itself, and think that they're also enemy like man's world. And Shuri is the MacGuffin. I mean, is like the MacGuffin adjacent, where everybody kind of wants her because of her brains to be able to figure out how to track vibranium, because apparently people in Wakanda never figured out a way of tracking vibranium on their own. Whatever, who cares? Don't care. And the reason why I brought this up is because I think that there's a way to fix Wakanda Forever. Well, not really fix it because it's already happening, but I do believe that there's a way to have T'Challa recast. And I'm not talking about that damn son of his, but this does go into the line of Ant-Man too, because if any of you guys don't know, Secret Invasion is happening, and that's where the Skrulls invade or whatever, and they've been shape-shifting. Now, bear with me because I'm going to get a little bit complicated with this. The Skrull invasion is basically where Kree people been secretly taking up, heroes, villains, characters, important figures in the Marvel universe, and they have the personalities and memories of these characters, and some of them secretly believe that they are those characters. Now, what if we do that with T'Challa, where he was on a mission after the blimp, saving the day, doing what he needs to do or whatever and stuff like that. And what could have happened is during the mission, where they had kind of lost contact with T'Challa for like a little while or whatever and stuff like that, but they found him. He was replaced secretly with the Skrull. So the real T'Challa is in prison somewhere, where this T'Challa, and I'm going to say the T'Challa that had a baby with Nikita isn't the real T'Challa. And the reason why I'm saying that, but it's still T'Challa's son by proxy, is because the Skrulls have the ability to match the DNA resonant. So when they got T'Challa's DNA, and they were able to shapeshift completely, that means all the way down to the DNA strand. So yes, that child is still T'Challa's son, but it's kind of not his son, because he didn't have sex with Nikita, even though he did fall in love with Nikita, and they did have relationships together. Before she conceived the son, he was kidnapped by the Skrulls. And the reason why I'm bringing that back to Ant-Man is because Hank Pym, that happened with Tigra, where him and Tigra had a relationship together, but it wasn't the real Hank Pym, it was the Skrull Hank Pym. But that's still Hank Pym's son, because the Skrull has his DNA. And that's what I'm saying. That's how you can do that with T'Challa, is where you have the character, being mysteriously found after Secret Invasion. So the Secret Invasion with Marvel, you can have, and you can still have the Secret Invasion still happening, if that makes logical sense. You know what I mean? Like, keep it where the characters still think that T'Challa's dead, because the virus that took out T'Challa wasn't like an average virus. It was like a virus for the Skrulls or whatever. So that virus, that virus was something that affected the Skrulls, and it took the Skrull out, but it didn't. But because that Skrull was impersonating T'Challa, therefore T'Challa died by proxy. So when he returns, you can still do the original script where, where T'Challa is getting used to coming back because he died, when he wasn't supposed to. Well, he's dealing with the aftermath that everybody thinks that he was dead, when he really wasn't dead. He was kidnapped and experimented on. So that way you can still get a new actor in for T'Challa, if that makes sense. get a new actor that is in for T'Challa. It's still T'Challa, and you can still have Wakanda Forever happening. It's just that now it's not to the point where T'Challa is really dead, if that makes sense. I know it's a little bit convoluted, but I think that's the way to salvage Wakanda Forever and the Black Panther thing, because you need to have T'Challa there. You can't have T'Challa there not in the franchise. And I'm not talking about T'Challa through Nikita, because it just doesn't make logical sense. Actually have T'Challa, so that means all of those movies still count. It's just that now T'Challa is being played by another actor, but within good reasoning, because he was experimented on. His face is a little different, if that makes logical sense. You know what I'm saying? And you can still go the route that I always suggested with the Ultimate line, where T'Challa was experimented on and it left him without being able to speak or whatever, and give him like animanium panther claws sort of in his knuckles, something like that. But I know a lot of people probably don't like that storyline, but I think it'll work, and it'll make the Black Panther it'll make the Black Panther franchise work, where you can still have Wakanda Forever happening, but then the third Black Panther can be Ryan Coogler's original plan, where you deal with the psyche of not only the malfunction of, not only the whole blimp thing, but also the whole being captured, tortured, and having a bastard son, So something like that could happen. But I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing those ideas out there. I think they're good ideas, but nobody ever wants to listen to what real fans have to say. And you see how I came up with that without having to dismiss what Chadwick did, but also recast Chadwick character, give a good reason why he looks different, and that way we can continue this franchise. Because right now, if you continue this route where you don't recast T'Challa at all, people aren't going to watch the franchise, and the merchandise for Wakanda Forever already isn't doing better either. So that's another thing that you have to worry about. So I don't know. These are just my thoughts. I know I'm kind of like transitioning today, guys, because I, had to hurry up and catch my train ride. So I'm kind of out and about at the same time, but I wanted to record this before I forget my initial thoughts on everything. But you know how it is, F it, we do it live, we do it live. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.